Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, and welcome to most likely, potentially, the final Final Fantasy VII stream. That was a bit of a tongue twister. This is going to be a long one. We're until the end. We're committed. Sephiroth is going to get fucking murdered. You know? We're going all the way to the bottom of that Northern Crate, and we're going to shove Cloud's Buster Sword right up his, fucking, false god arse. So, we've got a long road ahead of us. I have plenty of alcohol, though. Do not fret. So I'm here for the duration until he is dead. That's basically it. We're committed. But, before we do go to the Northern Crate, we still have a tiny bit more cleanup left to do. So we might as well get on with that in that case. So your first question might be, what the hell? Shads, you keep teleporting between streams. What's going on? Why are you at Costa del Sol? And well, there's a reason for that. I have been busy off stream a little bit doing some of the more tedious stuff that people wouldn't really want to watch on stream, to be quite honest. But one of the things I did do was I mastered an all materia, which you can sell for 1.4 million gil. And with that, you can buy this villa, which I have already bought. So this is my villa. And then for some reason Cloud then talks in the third person. I don't get it. I also have no idea why there's that particular dripping noise whilst it's happening. Whatever Cloud's up to, he can just keep that to himself. I know it's his villa now and all that, but anyway. Alright. Well, you do have to freshen up and get your spiky hair in order if you're going to start, killing demigods and all that. So, that's the reason we pop back to Costa del Sol. But, before we leave, I'm going to show you some other stuff. So one other thing I did, I found out you can actually purchase GP from a guy at the Gold Sorcerer who only appears 1 out of 7 times, which is kind of crazy. And as a result, you may have already spotted it, I have indeed acquired Omnislash, so we're set for that. Other than that, I've just done a little bit of equipment changing here. So Barrett now has his Mystic Score equipped, which is his ultimate weapon. The thing about the Mystic Score that's really odd is that it, like all the other ultimate weapons, gets a multiplying factor that regular weapons don't have, but the one that this particular weapon has is that the more AP you put into it via various materia, the more damage it does. So if I, for example, took all of this materia out, you might think that Barrett's damage would actually go up normally because his strength would go up. The answer to that question is, no, you're dead wrong. No way, it doesn't work like that. Counterintuitive, of course it is. So putting master materia into this weapon actually causes a substantial amount more damage as a result. Which actually makes a bit of sense for this weapon, given it has no materia growth whatsoever. The other thing I've done is I've given Tifa the God's Hand weapon, which gives her less materia slots, but she doesn't really need that many, but also increases her damage over her other weapon that I had, and also gives her 255% attack percentage, which means that she can have Deathblow equipped and can use that freely without ever missing, which is quite nice. I do have Tifa's ultimate weapon, but it sucks. It's just shit. Mainly because for one reason above all else, which is that its multiplying factor is dependent on how many of Tifa's limit breaks you've got unlocked and how full her limit bar is. So we don't obviously have that, and therefore it sucks. So we're going to stop here for a second, because what I've also done off stream is I've been hunting an ultimate weapon across the world. I didn't want to show that off on stream because chasing him around is really boring. But eventually, if you chase him down and fight him enough times, he will park his ass over Cosmo Canyon. Now, before we begin this fight, I want to mention one thing. I've actually given Barrett the barrier material. Why have I done that? You'll see for this very specific ultimate weapon fight and no other. But one thing to know about ultimate weapon as well is that he has 100,000 hit points. But when you damage him over the course of the various fights, he will lose that, and then when he starts the final fight here over Cosmo Canyon, he will have 20,000. So, without further ado, let's finish him off once and for all. Nothing to steal this time around, fair enough. So, I'm going to put Reflect on Tifa, and you might be thinking, why on earth are you doing that in this particular case, Shaz? What's the point of this? You will see. You will see soon enough. This is like the first time I've ever actually used... right, that's also a funny thing there, but anyway, I'll explain that after this fight. For now, though, I'm going to let Tifa go to town. So we put Death Force on Cloud, so he's going to be safe from his Curse Ring effects. Oh, maybe not. Whoops. We're off to a flying start here, aren't we? It's like if not paying attention, isn't it? That's fine, though. Whoops. That's one of the problems of using Regen as it happens, but it doesn't matter though, this should actually finish Ultimate Weapon off. Here it is. So, Shadow Flare only gets cast by Ultimate Weapon when it dies, and I deliberately wanted to make it reflect back to him so that way that Tifa didn't get one-shotted by it, even with Barrier up. Because that way she's now learned that, she's our strongest magic user, and she's going to have that handy for smacking the ever-living crap out of enemies in the Northern Crater. And for our, troubles, we get the Ultimate Weapon. So yeah, Ultimate Weapon is dead. But look at this, he's opened up a little pathway, wouldn't you know? Well, you know what? We're close by to Cosmo Canyon, so let's go and have a nip over. I'm actually not going to equip Cloud's Ultimate Weapon just yet, but you'll see that soon enough. Don't worry, Grumpy Cloud, you got to miss me actually completely making a pig's pasties of it. I completely screwed up a part of it, but I got the outcome I wanted in the end, which was that Tifa has learned Shadow Flare, which is going to be astonishingly useful going forward. So, Cosmo Canyon, what's going on in here? Oh, Bugenhagen, I just wanted to come see him, say, hey, did you check out that amazing fight we just had just, down the road? We bad that dude, he's dead. But it would appear that Bugenhagen is not too hot. Well, we best go see him then. Got that torch there. Wrong place. Yeah. Cloud can tell. Cloud knows that there's only one way this is going. And that's it. Bugenhagen has passed on. And that's that. Red 13, like, you know, he's only, I'd say he's telling half the truth there, because obviously Bugenhagen believed in the live stream and that, you know, his consciousness would pass on. And that in a sense has happened. Like, you know, he's gone somewhere far away where we won't see him again, but that doesn't mean he's gone forever. But, as a parting gift, we did, of course, get Red 13's ultimate weapon, the Limited Moon. And that actually will give me time in a minute to talk about how ultimate weapons work in this game and why I think that for a lot of them they're actually rather disappointing. Not from in terms of like gameplay, but more in terms of story, but we'll get to that in a moment. For now, I'm going to save and we're going to head over to the Ancient Forest. So, that crater that ultimate weapon blew up, there's normally a landmass here that you can't access via the high wind. You can only get to it via a certain breed of chocobo, which you can do before killing ultimate weapon, but if you kill ultimate weapon, this opens up and you can go visit the Ancient Forest. So the stream's going to pause for a second here while I load up a guide for this, because I don't want to again waste your time like faffing around with this endlessly and looking like a moron, more than I usually do. So if you'll forgive me. Okay. So we need to collect 3 insects at this point. You can only collect them one at a time though, which is key. So yes, you can put the insects in these little pitcher flowers here. So this is a new limit break for Barret that I've unlocked. It's not anything all that special really compared to what everyone else has, but it's still, you know, well, it still does that amount of damage, as you can tell. I've also just realised actually what I might want to do. We don't need the barrier magic anymore, really, to be quite honest. So swap out for something else. What can we use? What have we got that's decent here? I'll give Barret Phoenix. He's our summoning guy anyway, so why the hell not? Ah, did you see how that pitcher plant was like starting to retch a little bit? It's released the insect back out again. Yeah, the enemies in the Ancient Forest aren't too dangerous right now, which is certainly welcome. There we got Master Destruct Materia, very nice. We'll need to restart. So if you hit switch, you can restart here. So what we need to do, we need to take these insects over one by one, but not actually put them in the pitcher plant. In case you're wondering why I'm not equipped ultimate weapon yet, by the way, it's because it doesn't have any materia growth on it. So I'm just getting some use out of that first before doing anything else. So, drop this one here. Grab this one. Drop it here. Drop this one. Right. Oh. There we go. So there we go. Okay, so now we're on this side here. Let's see how we go with this frog. Okay, nope, never mind. Nope. Oh. Yeah, so you get eaten by that, which, it does do damage, as you can see. That's why I got this, though. I was hoping the frog would stop it, but the frog evidently did not want to play ball. Right, let's see if we can get that... Oh, never mind. A back attack? How rude. I have never seen Cloud miss that before. Well, you know, I'm getting bored of this. Let's end this fight real fast. So you might know that Tifa restored practically all of her MP from using Ultimate. That's how powerful the MP Absorb can be there. Alright, steady as she goes. Got it. There we go. So you can grab that, swing yourself over. Spring gun clip, very nice. Okay, we're on area 2. There we go, we're over that. So now we've got to, yep, pick up this, go right. Ah. Dealt with. No, we're not going there, as we've seen. Right, that frog should spit out in just a moment anyway, so we'll grab him again. Let's try this again. So we've got to stay on here until the pitch flower like actually launches off it. So we've got ourselves a beehive. So this beehive can go in here. Oh, never mind. That did not go so well. Ah! Yikes. Probably best healing up. Okay. Ah, Jesus! That flashing light spooks me every time. There we go. Alright, slash all materia, very nice. Feel this frog. Just gonna wait. Yeah. There we go. So far, so reasonably. We're getting there. Just gonna have to pause the stream again slightly just to get the guide up. Easy peasy. Nice, I'll take that. Oh, where we go? Woo! Check this out. Yeah, I think they're dead. Jesus Christ, Tifa takes back so much MP, it's not even funny. Ultima is ridiculously powerful, as you might expect. Whoops. That was me accidentally hitting the Windows key with my fat fingers. So this is the item we wanted to get from here. So Minerva Band, we already have one of those, but I'm going to give it to Yuffie a little later because she will actually have use of that. Oh. Alright, back here again. Alright, wait for this to jump over. Nice. So Tifa now has even more hit points. She's actually got more than Cloud at this point, which is kind of crazy. So that's nice. I will do something with the other HP plus material in a little bit, but for the moment we need to get back to doing this little puzzle. Okay, so some other stuff up here that we want to actually get a hold of. Sustain in there. Okay, let's go back up this way actually. Nope, there we are. My god, look at him go! The Typhon materia. So what's the Typhon materia? Well, let's have a look. Wind elemental. Not bad. Okay, so what else do we need from here? Now, we just need to go back down here by the look of it. Good night. Good fight. Right, let's got ourselves an insect. Nope. We go around here. Or do we have to jump down there? No, never mind. Seem like there's any way of navigating around, which is mildly awkward. Okay, never mind that. We will leave this insect here. We'll come back for it in a little bit. As you see, there's one down there actually, so that's the one we want to go for. Oh, awkward to navigate this place. Alright, here we are. Go. So yeah, these guys have high physical attack evasion, but we'll just, you know, that's what you do with any ogre drone trouble, you just burn it down. Well, I guess I didn't get quite as much damage as I'd like. Fair enough then. There we go. Hello, Go. Sorry, hello, Yukon. Sorry, I had the chat pane covered, so I'm just gonna wait for this to continue. There we go, and we're over the giant fly trap. All right. Stay on this for a moment. Oh, I didn't bring an insect with me. Whoops. That's a problem. But maybe this will let me get on the other side. Nope, not quite. So we need to bring an insect with us then in that case when we go over or something like that. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, we've still got insects here, so it's not the end of the world. Let's see. Ah. How do you get there, I wonder? Ah, I see. I'll have to save it here again. That's fine. We're leveling up at least. So big yikes on that. That's fine. So the insects are back anyway, as you can see, which is what we want. What we need to do is we need to actually go up to that treetop again. Proceed up here. And then loop down here. Oh, nope. That was actually not what I wanted at all. Oh dear. Okay, we can navigate back to this. I was curious if actually using those damaged you, but it doesn't as it turns out. Okay. So, we'll grab this one. Yeah, the enemies themselves aren't really all that threatening, to be quite honest. Not compared to what we'll see sooner when we get to the Northern Crater. That didn't work. Let's try this. There we go. I buggered this one up slightly because of the fact that the insect's stuck there. Nope, that didn't work. It's not even chucked me out on the other side, which is extremely irritating in its own right. I grabbed the beehive, but it won't let me put it in there, which is a bit irritating. Okay. Let's come out and come back in this area, methinks. See if we can try that again. There we go. Just being mildly awkward by the looks of it. Anyway, we're back over here, so that's good. Alright, so what do we see now? Yeah, Tifa's not running out of mana anytime soon, as you can tell. So let's see. I know what he needs to do. I think I figured it. There we go. Alright, so I did mention I was going to talk about ultimate weapons actually. A problem I have with this game and its ultimate weapons is that very few of them seem to have a real tie to the story as such. Like Bugenhagen and Red 13's was like the best one of the lot in terms of like how relevant it was to him as a character. But the rest of them, for the most part, are just like found randomly in the world, and they have no actual lore behind. Like Barrett's missing stories, for example, is found in the chest on the Shimbra Tower, which, whatever. Kate's megaphone is like arguably linked to Reeve because it's in the Shimbra building, but we don't know that for certain because there's nothing made of it. Tifa's premium heart is in a gun shop. I don't get it either, really. All right. So yeah, I would like them to have more relevance to the characters. Like, I mean, there's certainly a place and time for, like, say, Ultimate Weapon, Cloud's Ultimate Weapon, because that's a reward for killing a big super boss. But some of them, like, really smack to me as if they felt rushed and added it at the last second, like what you get from the Sunken Yelnika. But yeah, Yuffie's Ultimate Weapon, like, what the hell does that have to do with her, you know? So the remake I would like to see do more with that, that'd be nice. Alright, we'll leave it in set there. So other protects here. So something we've not done yet that you can do is this little hollow here. Drop the sound for the fun of it. Ooh, nice. And drop this frog here, and look what happens here. We have a froggy. We're gonna need that frog. Just drop this here for the moment. Bring the frog. Oops. Nice. Good counter hit, Cloud. Plus, I mean more critical hits, always nice. So we've got the frog now, just gonna drop the frog here, take this insect, pop this insect in here, grab the frog, jump back over. Now I'm gonna pop the frog in here, we're gonna stand on here, I'm gonna wait. Just a little patience. Oh, there he is, he's going. And would you look at that? What could possibly be in this cave, I wonder? Yo! Now that's a weapon name. Got a couple of enemies in here, but we'll get to them in just a moment. So what's the Apocalypse, you might wonder? It's a weapon for Cloud that has 3 materia slots and 3 times the materia growth to it. It, along with Sid's scimitar, is the way that you farm AP in this game. It's a really, really nice tool to have if you're planning on min-maxing and beating the super bosses. And we get an elixir, which we'll actually need in the Northern Crater, as it turns out. Good God, Cloud, I think they might be dead. Alright. And with that, we're back on the world map. Yeah, I bought a lot of items, as you can tell. So let's save before we go any further. Alright, let's make our way to the High Wind, after which I'm going to take a brief break to get another beer, and then we're going to complete one final bit of optional content before we then head on to murder the ever-living fuck out of Sephiroth. Nicely done, Baron. So here's the High Wind. Alright. Oh, didn't mean to land actually. We're going to stop over at Nibelheim for a moment. Okay, I'm going to nip to get a drink. I'll be right back. So yeah, just let the Nibelheim music soak in while I pour a beer. Perfect. Cheers, everyone. Okay, so why are we back in Nibelheim? Well, we don't quite, as far as this game is concerned, have the complete picture of actually what happened to Cloud after everything that happened with, you know, Sephiroth, liking him, like, you know, being absent for a while and then how his memories got scrambled. And I wonder, maybe, now that Cloud has come back from the live stream, which is my indirect way of saying this is accessible as soon as Disc 2, if we can find something else out, if we were to return back to one of the places where it all began. Let's go find out. I mean, we're long past the point, like, you know, where these enemies really start to be a threat. I still love this music, by the way. Just this, like, the understated nature, like, of the trimmed down version of the, you know, those chosen by the planet. It's really good. But yeah, is there something else we can learn, perhaps? So there's Cloud and Zack. Cloud, you might notice, in his original Shinra uniform. You're invisible food! There's nothing here! Mwahaha. So yeah, Zack's broken out. Good of them to have left the Buster Sword there. Also have an insect flying around, which is really irritating. And no one at the Shinra mansion noticed them leaving. But yeah, you can see Cloud's done a really rough way afterwards. Zack's recovered a lot better than he did. I like how even here Zack is taking on Cloud's poses. That's like the Cloud like arm on the, you know, on the hip kind of thing. Oh, Zack, you got cop blocks. But yeah, Cloud's not in the best of shape, and if it wasn't obvious from what was happening to them, both of them were being exposed to Mako energy. They were deliberately being experimented on by Hojo. This, by the way, is the first time we've really gotten to know who Zack actually is. Like, and hear him speak. So, Zack says he's going to become a mercenary, and what did Cloud introduce himself, or, like, say he was, when he came to Midgar for the first time? Good on Zack for taking care of him, though, despite everything. I mean, even now, like, he's still in a really bad way. But you might know also that Zack has given him a new outfit. So yeah, looks like the Shinra have caught up and... oh dear. Holy fuck, that's pretty bad. But yeah, Zack was just gunned down in cold blood. The double tap. Jesus Christ, Gogo Tommy. He's not a zombie. I mean, of the two of them, like, he's the least zombie-like by far, but yeah, Zack's dead. And look at where they've just got to. Or the outskirts of. Good old Midgar. So, what that scene tells us is that Cloud obviously had these conflicting memories of being a soldier first class and such, and they weren't lies. What actually happened was that his memory had amalgamated with that of, like, his knowledge of Zack. He believed he was Zack's to a certain extent. And as a result, that's why he ended up, like, you know, having this Gestalt identity. And why so many times, like, characters in the game said, I'm looking to see the real you. But yeah, it's just another example of Shinra being dicks, basically. They're the ones who made Cloud what he was, so there you go. Oh, we have a new ore material, that's nice. But one thing I need to repeat, though, is, like, all of Cloud's desire to be a soldier first class and all that and be stronger than Sephiroth. Like, if you think back to the Calm flashback and you saw how strong Sephiroth was then, just look at him now. Like, we're infinitely, like, we're, like, substantially stronger than Sephiroth ever was, even at that level. But the question is, are we strong enough now to take on Sephiroth in the Northern Crater? Because he's clearly not who he was back then. Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out, which is to leave the Shinra Mansion, say one final goodbye to Nibelheim, and be on our way. There is something else I could do here, but I'm going to skip it because I don't need the item that I get from doing it, and it's a mini-game that's a ball league, so... This is the last time we'll see Nibelheim, at least in this run. So I'm going to do something that might seem a little strange here, but trust me on this. I've got Yuffie in the pie, and why I've got Yuffie in the pie will make perfect sense when we get to the Northern Crater. Oh, before I forget, by the way, one thing I will show off very briefly, but not actually do. If we fly over the gold saucer with the quicksand, do you see that little red tentacle there? That's where Ruby Weapon resides. We're not going to fight Ruby Weapon because Ruby Weapon will kill us. Leave us like a little greasy smear on the sands. We don't want that. So I suppose without further ado, I mean, we're even driving straight towards the meteor as well, which is quite the image. Let's head to Northern Crater and get this done. Let's commence Operation Kill Sephiroth. So, I want to make it plain before we even get into the Northern Crater that this place has the most dangerous regular monsters in the game by a country mile. The Gelnika, like when we were on there before, does not compare. A number of the enemies here have instant death spells, which sucks. Some of them can cast Ultima, which also sucks. So yeah, we're in for a rough time down here. But this is it. Let's begin. So the save crystal allows us to place a save point at any point we want to in Northern Crater. I could use it now if I wanted to, but I don't need to. This tunnel here, by the way, leads back up to the High Wind, where you can then return to the world map. But we're not going to do that. So you might think to yourself, like, holy crap, why the hell have I got Yuffie with me? That will make sense if we run into a certain enemy. Alright, these gargoyles, we're just going to ignore them. The gargoyles are dicks of enemies though, because they actually on dying can cast level 4 death, which will instantly kill any party members whose level is a multiple of 4. Alright, guard source. Cloud. This music is great, by the way, because it really feels like the end, like you're coming to the end times. You know, it gives you that sense of impending finality. Nah, we don't want this dude. Yuffie's only going to remain in our party, by the way, for as long as necessary. Once it gets to the point where I can plant a save crystal, or I choose to plant a save crystal, that's the point she will be swapped out. fact, I've just realised actually I need to do something else with very quickly. So I've given her the morph command, and why have I given her the morph command and nothing else? Her ultimate weapon is known as the Conformer, and morph normally does only an eighth of the damage it normally does. And when you then land a killing blow on an enemy that has morph, you turn it into an item, which can be quite useful, especially in this particular area. But the Conformer actually has an effect on it which causes it to break that damage limit, so it'll do full damage with a morph attack, which is crazy. So that's why I'm having Yuffie do this, just because I only need her for a very specific item morph that I want to get, if at all possible, before we get to the bottom of the cave. And since she's here, I can give her some other material that she'll probably find useful. Alright. So a lot of loot in the northern crater. Nope. I did not mean to go there. Let's try this again. There we go. Elixirs, we will definitely want those for later, for something I'm going to show off. Ah, hello there. So, the Northern Crater is also host to certain enemy skills that are unique to this area. I'm going to try and get this particular dragon here to give me such an enemy skill. Very nice. So let's see, Dragon Force. You can make your own fire through the flames joke here right now, it's all good. And with that, let's murder this guy. Oh, by the way, you know when I said before that certain enemies have ultimate? This dragon will counter any magic used against it with ultimate, which if you don't have big guard up, will probably kill your party instantly, even at the level I'm at. So that's kind of bullshit, to be honest, so yeah, don't use any magic against those fuckers. But what does Dragon Force do, you might wonder, apart from, like, shred your ears? Well, it grants an increase to magic defense and regular defense percentage, which is quite useful. Can't get back up this way, it would seem. Couple of nice one-off bonuses here, always good. Certainly still some other enemy skills that we can get a hold of while we're here, though. So yeah, Yuffie's Conformer is really powerful. It actually deals more damage the higher the enemy's level is. Which actually, like if you're doing the super bosses, makes her one of the ideal side characters to use apart from Cloud. Kind of crazy. Getting the magic source to see because she's easily going to be our like strongest source of magic damage throughout the remainder of this particular game. Nope. So yeah, let's see if we can find some more loot here. Ooh, aha. Oh yes, I think I will have that. Thank you very much. So yeah, the slash all materia is what it says on the tin. It allows you to track every enemy at once. I've not given it to Cloud as you might think because you actually can't pair it from my memory with the double cut materia. You don't get to like do slash all twice. One precedes the other. So this particular thing here like allows you to navigate back up and down. We'll go back up actually to get some of that loot. We still haven't yet met the enemy that I actually want to use the Yuffie for specifically. We'll bump into the little fucker eventually though. And we do want to do that by the way because they arguably have the best morph in the game. Hello. Jesus, Crowd, don't break your legs, mate. Alright, hero drink, we're gonna get some use out of that in the final fight. In the meantime, let's navigate back up this dirt path. Nice done, Yuffie. I hope you're all enjoying the stream, by the way, and I suppose I should probably say, given this is coming to the end now, I hope you've all enjoyed all of the streams. They'll be a little, like, awkward here and there with me fucking various things up, but I at least hope that you found them entertaining and enjoyable. I've tried to do what I can to minimise downtime and dryness. Still not the enemy we're after. But yeah, I really do want to thank everyone who's taken the time to come join me for this. It's been a pleasure having you along, and thank you for being willing to take the time to, you know, spend hours and like watching me play this game. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, once we get the counterattack materia and the steel materia leveled up, I'm going to swap the Heaven's Cloud out for Ultimate Weapon. And at that point, Cloud's going to become an absolute beast of a character. Just you wait and see. Oh, there we go. Is this a path we can take? Yes, it is. Okay, that's good. Ah, here we go. Right, let's get to work. We've got stuff to do. So I'm going to spoil ahead of time what this, what you can get from a Master Tombury, which is to say, if you morph him successfully, you will get a ribbon. Which is no small thing. And that's why I brought Yuffie along for this very specific purpose. After this point, she'll cease to be useful, like, in general. Which is also why I'm not having anyone really attack. Although I am going to in this case, because the Tombury has about 44,000 hit points. Okay. Yep, Cloud's already got his Mug command leveled up, which is nice. The beauty of having Mug, by the way, is it also means that if Cloud gets his limit break, he will still be able to do a regular attack, and we can bank it for later. Oh, that's why Death Force is useful, by the way. Because it basically makes you immune to death status effects, and the knife attack is that. So that's why I've cast it on everyone. So now Tombury can run up and he can shank us with his little sword all he wants, but he's not going to do anything with it. Look at that little doofus. He's so silly. There we go. And yep, as I promised, we have a ribbon. So I'm morphing this Tombury into a ribbon because there was one that I actually missed getting back in the Ascent to the Northern Crater back in Disc 2. And you really, really want to have ribbons ready for everyone. If at all possible. Especially for the final boss battles. Like, there are simply no accessories that compare. The only thing that really matches is if you have a Hades material linked with added effects, which I actually do. I'm not too worried about that over chest, to be quite honest, so we'll skip that. The best loot in the Northern Crater is in very specific places as it happens, so that's what I'm more concerned about than anything else. Alright, looks like the pie's having a cigarette break. Yeah, you know what, we'll kill him, why not? Now, because this is actually being cast on Yuffie, it shouldn't do too much damage. Because everyone's grudge is based off the number of enemies that the character has killed. And since she's had very little use, that's why she is able to get away with it. So that's on Tifa, so that's going to hurt a lot more, as you can guess. So yeah, it looks like he's going to knife Cloud, but that's fine. Not worried about that at all. Yeah, it's on Yuffie again, so no one cares. Oh, I guess not. Okay, fair enough then. Well, he's dead anyway, so it's all good. To answer your question, Go Sonic Robot, I'm actually looking to get a one-party split against Sephiroth. To simply not need to switch at all. That is actually possible to do. There's a very specific set of conditions that need to be met, although they really all just boil down to doing enough damage to it, Genova specifically. Alright. So, I'm picking these to keep our main party together, which is going to be Tifa, Barret, and Cloud, and everyone else can go left. But depending on who you send where, actually can get you special items. But that being said, you can collect all the items yourself anyway by going simply back up the path that the characters came down. So, for the most part, I'm just going to simply park everyone to the left. A stirring speech, Cloud. A stirring speech indeed. Bravo. Sid's on it. Sid's going to sort this all out. I mean, Naruto there, he's got this covered. Well, you never know, Yuffie. There might be some nice materia down in the caves a bit further, you know. All right. It will indeed. So we've got our team back. I'm going to step away from the PC very quickly, as you might not notice. It's daylight's burning here, that it's getting a bit dark. I lied, I also went for another beer. That's a good quality pint in my opinion. Yeah, happy Friday everyone. You're not wrong on that, and I think that was the intent, but the idea behind having multiple parties is that you get to like swap to like lesser level party members if your overall party level is low. You are right in that level is a factor, but there are other things that take priority over that depending on how the fight goes. Okay, we're almost there to the point in which Cloud's counter-attack material is leveled up. I'll be happy to swap it out for ultimate weapon. I do like, by the way, that the Northern Crater has so many different environments in it, and that we've not even seen like half of them yet. There's some really, really cool locations. This itself seems to be like a ruined ancient city by the look of it. I mean, we've all watched Made in Abyss here, so it goes without saying that I would expect a lot of the inspiration behind this area, behind Made in Abyss, to be from this area. Although, thankfully, if you do go back up again, you don't die horribly. Again, maybe it's because they're wearing ribbons, I don't know. Maybe that's why Regan, oh god, I forget what her name is, like, you know, why it went so badly for them, because they simply weren't, you know... They simply weren't wearing ribbons. So, I'm giving the Mistile to Barret. The Mistile is the best arm in the game, and we now have two of them. One for Cloud, one for Barret. And Tifa is going to get the Minerva band, because that's most useful for her. Oh, hi there! Let's see what we got. So the Malbros here are no different than those we fought on the Northern Cliff, so they're actually not too strong. But yeah, my old nemesis. But you still, if you're not protected, you don't want to, of course, get smurfed by them, like, you know, using bad breath. So that's on Barret, but he has a ribbon equipped, so he doesn't care. Alright, carrots at level up. Let's cut loose. That also gives us room for some additional material. Give Cloud the time material because we're going to need that for later. And then, Tifa had a HP plus materia that leveled up, so he gets that. So yeah, party's looking pretty strong right now. We want the time materia, by the way, because we can still use slow and stop on certain bosses, even on enemies even further down here. Alright, so I suppose it's about time that I showed off really how powerful, like, Cloud's ultimate weapon is. His ultimate weapon. Oh, by the way, that doesn't work on the because she's got the right kit for it. She's got a ribbon on, so... sorry, and a Minerva band with... Oh, she's confused. Ah, well. So yeah, look at how powerful that is now. Also, I think Cloud has just single-handedly won the battle. So something to note about the ultimate weapon is that it has a specific property in which it deals more damage the more full Cloud's hit points are. So it is in your best interest, of course, to keep that up to maximum. So I've given Tifa a circle, but I'm actually going to give her a ribbon if we're going to be fighting more of these bastards. So, there we go. But yeah, Cloud is now the biggest... Oh shit, these guys. Alright, so before anything else... Oh, never mind. So, you might remember these guys from the area around Mount Coral. Or rather, more specifically, around... oh god, it's the Franks OP! No! I don't want that! Fuck off, no! I want nothing more to do with Dahlia and the Franks, kiss of death shit, fuck that. I am out. Anyway, let's go down this skeletal dragon. Yeah, that's pretty cool, it's alright. So what I was saying though was, those guys have a variant on the card drawing attack that can instantly kill your pie, which sucks. Yeah, I think Cloud's got this covered. Well, the thing is, Gotoro, you're right in that that was what we saw back in the City of the Ancients as well. They also similarly had that. Seashells basically think like... I mean, the seashells belong to creatures at some point, so they were recycled from them, so it makes sense to me. So I want the sadness effects off Cloud because I won't spill a solid break. It's quite close to being full, which of course we are totally going to use. And would you look at this? We are at the bottom of the Northern Cave. Holy shit, we're here. This is where we're going to put our save point. Now, we could go down, but we're not going to do that. Not just yet. By the way, nice touch on the creators' part to have the music completely stop here. The music in this game has been great because it's Nobuo Uematsu doing it, of course, but it goes without saying that a good part of that is also the times in which they choose to use silence or adjust the music appropriately for optimal effects. They don't simply rely on him constantly going 110% on his music. Check this dude out. Who's a big boy? Who's a dead boy? But yeah, I like that they allow that moment where you think stuff like, this is it. This is the grand finale. This is where it's all or nothing. Okay, so this purple materia here, if I can get to it, it's been a bit awkward. There we go. So, Cloud jumps over and he does nothing if you don't press any buttons, but... Oh, never mind. There we go. So what's the Mega Roll materia, you might ask? Well, it's basically all effects on every single magic that you have equipped. Nothing to sneeze at. And do you know what that means for Barret? Because Barret currently is loaded up with a hell of a lot of all materia. Well, you know what? We don't need that anymore. Not really, anyway. Yeah, I got a lot of enemy load materia, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. So let's take all that off. Don't need it. And this means we can now give Barrett all the other material that we've got. So I'm going to give him the throw material. Just for a little thing for me, specifically, when we get to that point. What else do we need? Well, we don't need full cure, really, to be quite honest. Actually, I've just realised, no, I want Barrett to have the alt materia, and I'll tell you why. Because his weapon deals more damage based on the amount of mastered materia that's in there. So we'll put those back in. Jump the gun prematurely on that one, I think. Yeah, I'm trying to optimize Barrett's damage here. Okay. We'll take the Mega Roll out, actually. I'm going to give that to Tifa instead, because she will probably use that. I'll need that more, rather. And, yep, all... So, yep. There we go. So, poison, and we'll do... Barrett can have the slash all ability, actually, because he'll do a decent amount of damage with that. Alright, we're good. Speed source, always nice. I just realised I'm not giving that Mega Roll to Tifa. So, yeah. Actually, she doesn't have any spare slots, so okay, we'll leave the Mega Roll. It's not strictly speaking necessary at the moment anyway. If it were anyone else other than Barrett, I would have definitely given that Mega Roll to them, but anyway. So this is why you go back up this way, because you can go to the areas that your party members have been to and go get these items. And also there's this weird looking robot. Look at that white materia there. It looks white. Oh, there we go. So the magic counter materia, that means that if the character takes damage, they will counter with the attached materia to it. So, with that in mind, let's see. Anything decent we can attach this. I mean, Tifa's slots are really, really limited right now, which kind of sucks. But I think I know what I can do. Yep, so she's getting more hit points now. And we are going to need that destruct materia for later. So I'm going to put that back onto Barrett. Alright. Vaccine. The vaccine gives the temporary effects of a ribbon just for the battle. Or is this nonsense? Whoa, keep that away, dude. That's rude. Just tapping my monitor at how close Cloud's limit break is to being filled. Like I say, I'm going to show you how it's possible to get, you know, just that one party thing. Oh, go back around this way. Oh. Here we go. Got mildly confused there. Well, so that's surprisingly well, getting hit by a dolphin. Well, Cloud's just a bruiser at this point. Nothing will stop him. Okay, so let's go over here, get this item. Oh, I did not mean to do that. There we go. But even here, you can see on the background, on the left-hand side, the live stream pouring out. Again, the variety environments here is really neat. Ah, we got backstacks. Alright, so Cloud's got his limit break. I'm going to make a wager, if you take it, Go-Go Select Robot. £10. £10, I say. That with no more additional gearing or changing materia, Cloud can instantly kill Genova Synthesis with just the Omni Slash that he's got banked. Do you want to take that bet? Okay, so you might know here we've got two different places we can go. Ooh, that was almost a stupid thing that I did. I'll take that though. I want you to bet against it. I want you to bet that I can't do it. £10? Alright, so that aside, this room. Okay, you say I won't go. Okay, fair enough. But this room, if you have any interest at all in grinding out levels and materia and maxing everything out, this is the place you do it, and I will hopefully be able to show you how. But there's also some really nice materia in this area, and also just items in general. Oh, and how nice! Okay, so these are magic pots. They don't really do anything, but what they really like is having elixirs. So if you give them an elixir, you can then actually hit them and kill them. Alright. Pay attention now to how much AP I get from this battle. 2,000. So yeah, every magic pot is worth 1,000 AP, which is insane. Oh. Try which way to walk from here. So yeah, this is where you grind all of your like materia out. Also, Cloud isn't capable of walking underwater, especially gross-looking water like that. But that's not the only enemy type that we can fight here as well. Oh, we got more of them. How nice. So I'm actually going to run away from this fight, I'll tell you why. Because I've currently got ultimate weapons equipped. which is nice and all, but they obviously don't give any AP growth. And all of our materia is pretty much maxed out anyway. But yeah, this is where you'll come to do your necessary grinding for materia levels. Now you need a steady supply of elixirs to do this, but you can actually steal them from Tombreys, which is really nice. Sometimes you get those guys, and well, who gives a fuck about them? Oh, a vaccine? If I didn't have ribbons equipped on my parties, the vaccines I'd be using in the final boss battles to prevent status effects. Alright, so these guys. Alright, again, watch the amount of AP I get from this particular fight. Holy shit, look at that. So yeah, this is the place where you grind out your levels. Absolutely. So that's the shield materia. The shield materia, if you actually get it leveled up enough to the point where you can use it, it's like Ultima and Full Cure. It will render the target party member invulnerable to damage. It's not as helpful as it sounds, I'm afraid, because you only cast it on one party member at a time, even if you have all materia linked. And the super bosses have effects where they can actually dispel that shield from you. Oh, this is exceptionally rude. Yeah, that's space. Not quite done with this area yet though, because there is still more loot that we can get. But yeah, even this place has its own unique environment that it looks kind of alive. It's a bit gross, don't get me wrong, but it's interesting in its own right, certainly. Oh, preemptive here. Oh, it's these bastards again. Oh, there we go, finally went to pay blow. Alright, so look at this place. So first off, before we go anywhere else, there's materia over here. W magic. I'll always take the W where I can. Doesn't matter if he's guarding, he's still dead. So while I'm here, actually, so I've got my menu open. The W magic materia, has the wonderful benefit of allowing you to cast magic twice in a single turn. It's ridiculously good. And we've got Tifa leveled up with like some of the strongest magic in the game that we can get. So obviously she's going to get hold of that. You can have a similar thing for also what is called W item. But let's actually show this off, come to think of it. I mean, we just saw an elixir, so even if her, like... Even if, like, you know, her MP runs low, it doesn't matter. That's rude. Surprisingly little for Barret. There we go. And the counter material. So this counter material, you might ask yourself, well, what's the big deal? Like, is that any different than the counter material you had previously, Shads? And the answer to that question is, it absolutely is. Because if I just go over here into this particular menu. This actually works with yellow command materia. So you can pair this up with a variety of things to fight back with, not least of which being, for example, Mug, or even Death Blow if you want to, which is kind of crazy. Alright, and we're back here. So before we go down the steps, we're going to head over here. How weird. There we go. Alright, ladies, gentlemen, MBs, this is it. This is the big moment. There ain't no going back after this point. Unless I reload the save, of course, but you get my point. So at this point, before you decide to head down, if you talk to your party... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. If you talk to your party members, they may have items for you. These are actually the items that we already picked up, but you get duplicates of them, which is quite nice. So... Yuffie's like, no, I didn't get anything. But she got a materia. Of course she got a materia. You know, what a surprise. And Vincent got a second Mega Roll. So yeah, you can get some nice kit from that. What I'm going to do before we actually leave, I don't think it'll come to this. Oh, in fact, no, it won't let me. Oh, you know what, screw it. We're fine. We've saved, who cares? Let's go do it. Alright, final run. I'm going to, actually, before I advance this little text box here, go grab another beer, just have on standby, just in case. I was like, hey everyone, let's mosey down this like giant gaping wound in the earth that's like leaking like life energy, where this like demigod awaits to be like slain by us. Like, let's just mosey. So excuse me, I'm going to mosey into my kitchen. I'll be back in just a second. Just gonna mosey between streams. Yeah, Yeah, you might have heard me singing there, and no, I don't care. Alright, so this is it. Yeah, actually, Sid's got a point there. Now, I'm not hearing any noise, but the intent is the monsters from the Northern Crater are gathering up here. You better believe it's a fucking practice run. So yeah, the monsters are incoming, and whoever we leave behind is going to have to hold the line while the advanced party goes down to take on Sephiroth directly. So this is it. Tifa and Barret, I'm bringing them with me as I mentioned before because Tifa's history with Sephiroth is personal and Barret has only ever wanted to save the planet, and this is, well, he's never going to get a better opportunity in this. Plus, it's just good to have the OGs back together again. Here we go, Genova theme playing. Point of no return. So, when you jump down on platforms, there's a chance you can have an encounter or a chance that you might not. Some of the encounters are set though, and there's one of them in particular that we'll want to pay attention for. Ah, hello there. Okay, so this is one of them we want to pay attention to. This is a dragon zombie, and the dragon zombie has 2 enemy skills that we can learn, one of which we'll get by default, the other of which we may potentially get if he chooses to cast it. He might be a dick though and choose not to. Alright, this is it. So, Pandora's Box is an enemy skill that is goofy looking, but actually is the most powerful enemy skill in the game in terms of raw damage. And do you know what it is? It's a big fucking question? I don't know. Big fucking question mark, I guess. So yeah, it does a lot of damage. There's a bug in the game, by the way, that means that's the only time that spell will ever be cast. But it doesn't really matter because this is like the last like big run of the game anyway. But that'll be useful for dishing out a bit of damage. So I'm actually going to switch things around just a little bit here because Tifa's got like an enemy skill material that has a lot of good stuff on it. And I'm going to put that to Barret instead so he has more to do. Because Tifa's got plenty of like good damage material anyway, and I can't seem to jump down. How weird. There we go. I mean, she's still got the oh no, Barret now has the shadow flare materia. Okay, I guess I'll just get to the bottom without really any issue. Why the hell not? Big breath, not bad breath. Take that. So yeah, this is it. We've made it, and well, it's the JRPG free time. So what are we going to fight first? Genova Synthesis, of course. All right, £10. Just saying, £10. Didn't want to make it too easy on Genova. Oh, I guess not. Well, I guess I owe you 10 quid then. I could have sworn that would have killed him, but I guess not. Send her over to you then, go with Type Robot. Anyway, since it's such a long wind-up animation, I can obviously crack open another beer. She really doesn't, in any way, shape... Like, that entire statement is a lie. Ugh. Will not touch her a 10-foot barge pole. Well, I hope Farmer Zero's got good aim to get that all the way down the crater so where Genova is specifically. Anyway, cheers everyone. Nice! Well done, Barrett. And he gets to attack me as well. Oh, hey Sephiroth, we killed your mum! How do you like them apples? You pretentious shit. Well, I guess he doesn't like it at all because, oh crap, the place is vibrating. So when I mentioned before about how if you know, like, depending on how you perform in this fight, determines how things play out with Sephiroth, if you kill Genova Synthesis before Ultima goes off, I think that by alone, default alone, is enough to make it a one-partier, I think. The conditions are a bit more complicated than that. Level does play a factor in it. One other thing I'll note, I don't have the materia, but if you cast Knights of the Round on Genova, you immediately give Safa Sephiroth, like the final boss, an immense amount of bonus hit points. I think it's like plus 400,000. So yeah, this is what we saw before about how Sephiroth was containing Holy. He was capturing it inside wherever the hell this is. Looks like bathroom limescale to me. And yeah, he's pretty pissed actually. We literally just slew his mother, or who he believes to be his mother. But then again, Sephiroth has been dead for a very long time, so whatever remains of his force of will, like, you know, is probably tainted by Genova's influence. That being said, if that Genova Synthesis was meant to be like her at full power and all the weapons that they built couldn't stop her, I'm just a bit confused how we just basically mowed right over it. Yeah, I'm glad to have you here too, Grumpy Cloud. Alright then. This is it, the Big Bang finale. They're already set up, so let's have our next party. Right. We're gonna have Kate Sith, we're gonna have Yuffie, and we're gonna have Red 13. Let's give everyone the best gear we got. So the HP Shell, the Imperial Guard, Tough Ring, and let's see, what can we give that's useful? I don't really want to spend too much time putting materia in here because I'm not of the opinion it'll be necessary. Okay, so time destruct, blah blah blah. Okay, that's more enough for Kate. Yuffie said she does so much damage with her actual physical attacks, so that's all I'm going to give her. So she could have slash all, she could have cover, Choke will learn the extra luck, because why the hell not? XP plus for the extra luck as well. And we'll have the counter. In fact, no, she doesn't need that actually, I just realised, because... even now, it's still giving me all this stuff to do. Okay, she's set. Now it's red. Let's give him the dragon armlet. Ring, yeah. Apologies for the dry material leaking up here, but in the event that this does end up going a bit south, I do want to make sure, like, you know, that we've got things equipped at the very least. And... no, honestly, I don't think Red really needs anything. He's just going to rely on raw attack power. Screw it. Who cares? Alright, looks like it is a 2-teamer actually, rather than a 3. Alright, since there are many targets here, let's just go straight in. Tifa gets more MP back by hitting more targets with Ultima simultaneously with this current setup, so it makes perfect sense for me to do that. She's already killed one part of Sephiroth at the very least. That's even before she's fired off the second Ultima spell. Nope. So you get the opportunity to switch parties, but we really don't need to. Our main party is more than adequately equipped to handle this fight. Nope. I'll just keep bunking him. Well, I'm glad you're here, Grumpy Cloud, anyways. Like, I'm glad that you're willing to see this out after all this time. And it's like I said, you know, this is Operation Kill Sephiroth. Like, we don't stop this stream until he's dead. that little fly that was flying around, I got it. Off you go, you little fucker. It is, and the thing I should know as well is it looks like the Genova is actually floating on the back of his head, which I think is meant to like show off like how she's in control of him, or always has been. So, Britara energy will heal for a fair bit, but we're massively out damaging him at this point. There's no way he's going to be able to keep up. Oh no, 376 damage, what will I do? Did I book Death Loss on Cloud? I think I did. Okay, we're good. And that's it, he's dead. Take that, Bizarro Sephiroth. Alright. Raise your glasses if you have them to some of the best video game music ever that's about to fire up. It's a JRPG 3 and this is the final boss. Wait for it. Wait for it. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go, the one-winged angel himself. Now, I might have made an error here, and I actually don't think I brought the Destruct Material with me for this particular fight. The reason you want Destruct Materia is because of this particular thing here. You might remember that I said way back when... oh, I did actually bring it with me. Hey, that's good. So, you might remember that I said way back when in Nibelheim Manor that Sephiroth may inadvertently have wanted to be destroyed. Well, it was Sephiroth who gave us this very material that allows us to destroy the barrier that, like, protects him. So think about that. Like, I don't know if that's necessarily true. Oh, Shadow Flare. Okay. We have Big Guard up, I believe, so this is going to do a lot of damage, but we should be okay. Oh, I missed entirely. Well, fuck you, Sephiroth. Yeah, Cloud's already on the case here. That's a Tifa. Like I say, this being the final battle, we have no reason to hold back. We can use any item we want to make this happen. So we've got tons of Mega Elixirs. So as far as I'm concerned, if Sephiroth wants to summon Meteor so badly, I'm going to drop a ton of comments on it. Comments on him. I got them apples, dickhead. So yeah, how do you like having meteors dropped on you, you fucking third impact dickhead? Say that. That one's for Nibelheim. Oh boy! Look what he thinks he's gonna do here. Oh, how precious. How precious indeed. Yeah, got a question for you, mate. How are you going to win this fight? Here we go. Oh, it's not what I thought it was going to be. Okay, fair enough. I wonder if we're actually going to see it this rate, given the amount of damage I'm putting out here. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Alright, well, excuse me just a second. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fine. Making me get up and not read my book. What a prick, honestly. I was enjoying that. They had to interrupt me with fucking Supernova. What a dickhead. Alright, so, okay, Supernova. What do you need to know about it? It looks intimidating, but Supernova actually does a set amount of damage based on a percentage of your current hit points. It can never actually kill you. It'll put everyone like down to about 700 hit points or so, because it deals like 92.5%. And it also inflicts a ton of status effects. But, well, who gives a shit about that, really? Yeah, you might know there, by the way, how weak Cloud's... Oh, okay, Cloud got the counter hit off and Sephiroth's dead. Haha! I did not expect that. I legitimately did not expect that to happen. It's very anime though. Hey, you know what? Like, you hit us with your ultimate attack. We're all on our knees here. And I will get one final hit off. One final attack. And it'll take you down. See you later, shithead. Oh, he got sucked up by a Dyson Hoover. Fair enough. So yeah, Sephiroth has been destroyed. We've won. Why are you even... Yuffie, you did not even take part in. Why are you panning? Like, you didn't even get, like, the, you did not even get, like, you know... involved in the slightest. Okay, so yeah, we have beaten Sephiroth, but at this point, what happens next is completely out of our hands. Sephiroth was the thing that was restraining, you know, Holy from taking effects. So what happens next? Bugenhagen said the planet would choose, you know, would it wipe out everything, all life and start fresh? Would it spare humanity? What would happen? And, you know, I want to say about Cloud's sentiment there, before anything else really happens, that in the event of, like, you know, a world-ending catastrophe, if it came down to it where, you know what, even if there's a slim chance that we might succeed, even if it's just the tiniest little chance, wouldn't you want to take it? And if you did take that chance, and you did everything you could possibly do to make that chance work, to maximize your, you know, your possibility of saving all life as we know it, then I think that Cloud was absolutely right to say, hey, you know what? We did what we could. if we all die now, it's better that we tried than just, I don't know, go home, sleep, have a drink. We at least did something about it. So, this thing that's about to happen... Note that cloud that flew away then was transparent. This is key for what's going to happen now. Where is Cloud going, you might wonder? What's compelled him to do this? We destroyed Sephiroth, didn't we? So where is he being taken? Listen to this music, for example, you can hear in the background. Why would we be hearing all of these fragments of music from various points of events in the past? I wonder what they might be representative of. Alright, now you're just showing off the Photoshop filters you've got. You can crack on, game. But who might be waiting for us in this mystical place but, well, him? I want you to know, by the way, how the models seem to have a higher fidelity than they otherwise normally would. Cloud's model in particular definitely has, like, more facial features. But anyway, fuck you, Sephiroth. This is what I was saying before when I was hinting about the idea of, like, visual fidelity. Because clearly going from Final Fantasy 7 to 8 on the very same hardware, the PS1, the creators of this game, like, also note this amazing camera angle for just this specific on the slash. Like, they clearly were capable of doing so much more with the hardware than they could do in this particular game. And I think they realised that at the end of the development cycle of 7, and that's why this particular fight, this very pivotal fight, has, you know, this extra level of fidelity for, like, the character models. Which I think is really neat. I'm glad that they did that. This is also why the ffvii seems to have more details from around now as well. But one thing I want to note is you might think to yourself, holy shit, what, like, did Cloud actually, like, fight a final fourth version of Sephiroth that was manifest in the real world? My interpretation is that that's not the case. I think this was the Sephiroth that existed in his head. Which is why we got to see, like, the transparent version of him, which we'd seen, like, in Disc 1 when he got disembodied, like, in the Temple of the Ancients. Also, this is the only time in the game that I believe that there's ever subtitles for any of the FMVs. And yeah, there's Aeris' theme. Who else might be reaching for him to pull him out of this, like, you know, place that he's in? Oh, actually, no, it's Tifa. Oh crap! Sorry, I was really hungover. Like, I got drunk last night. I didn't realise the whole place was going down. Oh shit! The Ghostless save. What a champ. Unfortunately, as I'll explain a bit, this final cutscene also exposes one of the problems with the story. I want you to, like, pay attention to which characters are missing from this FMV. Yeah, we get this nice, when Tifa says, like, let's go meet her, part of me thinks that that's, like, you know, her accepting that the planet's not going to choose them, or rather let them live as they are. But then, hey, you know what? If they get to see her again, then is that so bad? Hey, where's Vincent and Yuffie? Oh, I guess they went to the bar. They're all gonna get hammered. They're all gonna get absolutely shit. I mean, look at Sid. Like, Sid's already like, fuck this. Like, I've seen some shit. Just like, oh, that's a good blunt. Oh yes. Going down to the planet, killing a god sure takes it out of you. Oh yes. Sid, don't litter! Have you not been paying attention throughout the entire game that you're not meant to pollute the planet? Don't drop your cigarette butt, you literally drop... Oh, never mind. God damn it, Sid! Well, yeah, remember that pilot that Sid was training? He was a full level pilot. He was like, yeah, you know what? I'm totally Death Starring this. That's right, Gumpy Cloud. The Vincent and Yuffie were not included. And I kind of get that because you'd have to do an additional 3 cutscenes. One with Vincent alone, one with Yuffie alone, and one with a pair of them. And given that I get the impression this game was kind of rushed towards the end, I sort of understand why they had to, like, not give them the due time they need to, but anyway. Oh, come on, Sid, pull the lever! Release the party balloon! Oh wait, no, it's actually to... And yeah, the high wing can turn into a fighter jet, because why not? But yeah, that's the thing generally with Vincent and Yuffie, even though I've tried to get them involved in stuff like having Vincent fight Hojo, in the... Oh, also, I think this might be Marlene, who we've not seen throughout the entire game until now. Why the hell she's in Calm, I have no idea. I would hope that she comes back in the remake anyway, a bit more, because, like, given she's Barrett's daughter, like, the fact that she doesn't get much, like, screen presence after Midgard, no seriousness. Oh dear, you know, you're at that close up now where people will start shooting it. I mean, you know, if, like, this was America, that's exactly what people do. But, like, going out there with, like, you know, their, like, AR-15s, like, I'm gonna take down that medium! Bang, 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 bang! Well, so much for Shinra. But, of course, like, this is, Meteor wiping out the upper class and also Shinra as well. The underside of the plate, the slums, is protected. Well, look at this. We're going to have some, you know, some Wrigley's Extra Soft Mint Fresh flavour come save us. Yeah, get that mint flavour. Let's go. I really wish Marlene was just, like, eating a bag of popcorn for this. Oh dear. It's going a nasty colour. So yeah, Holy does not look like it's working, which is pretty bad. I mean, Sephiroth might be dead, but if Meteor hits, that's still going to kill hundreds of thousands of people and gravely wound the planet for all time, if not kill all life on the planet itself. Good old Kate Sif / Reeve. By the way, if Advent Children hadn't fucked up the continuity, Reeve arguably would be in charge of Shinra after this. But yeah, again, I hope that the remake, at least I understand, like, the first part of it, gives Reeve more time, and I want to see him get more time after that. Get him on the airship, have him tune up Kate Sif, talk with people, be an active participant rather than some dude constantly working for a phone. Just saying. But yeah, it looks like the planet has made its choice. Look at all this new life sprite here. So okay, the spearmint freshness didn't work, but what about the double mint? We gotta get double mint flavour on this. That'll sort this out. The thing is, Reeve was easily the most competent person in Shinra by a long shot, except for possibly Rufus, and he's definitely, absolutely, 100% dead. Dude got smurfed by, like, diamond weapons, like, you know, Gatling laser thing, you know? It's Macross missile launchers. It's totally fucking dead. Like, he's done. No way he comes back, I assure you. You're not the only person who thinks that Reeve... Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Reeve there. Rufus... But yeah, the live stream is like the planet is chosen. You know, Holy like did its part, but it was also the rallying part. And it ends as it started, with Varys looking into a stream Mako. Did they survive or not? Well, we got credits first, I believe. Curious if I can skip these. Well, it doesn't appear that I can, so... Well, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, that brings us to an end for Final Fantasy VII. And this is like the first game that I have Let's Played through in full, with the exception of Full Throttle way back when, but who cares about that? Like, especially like in the current era, like, you know, we've got all the audience I do. So again, I want to give a massive thanks to all of you who've tuned in time and time again, like, to just listen to me babble on and kind of fumble my way through this game with the help of a guide, being clunky as I am in my own way, but hopefully at least that you found it entertaining, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you've got something out of it as well. Maybe you've learned things about the game you didn't even know. I may or may not come back to do another stream of this where we specifically take on Emerald and Ruby Weapon, but it takes a lot of preparation to get them to be ready to fight them. So, as and when that'll happen, I'll let you know, but I wouldn't put any time frame on it. I want to give a shout out to the guide that I've been using, which is on GameFAQs by a gentleman named Absolute Steve, who is such a boss. The last time he ever edited that guide was on July the 7th, 2007. That's the dedication. That's the dedication, you know, like that person had to doing Final Fantasy VII Guide. It's the most comprehensive like resource on the entire game, period. It's taught me so much about it. It's been crazy. That's it. Like, if you want my overall impressions, having now replayed it for what is probably like the 6th full time as a fully fledged adult with the critical faculties I've got, I'm not gonna lie, I think that up until the end of this one, the game is at its strongest, because the pacing goes really wonky after that point. Like, the time finding like the huge materia, for example, is really off in my opinion. It feels like it doesn't have quite the same narrative drive that it otherwise would do. Like, you're going around collecting this materia for reasons, because Shinra or whatever, and then things kind of just completely take off. I mean, hell, I could probably go back and look at you know, the amount of time I spent playing this game on stream and just be like, okay, this majority of it was set to like is Disc 1, and then the rest of it was like Disc 2, and Disc 3 is barely even a blip. So I would like to see the remake for those sections of the post-Disc 2 content, post-Disc 1 content, flesh them out more. I want a better reason as to why we're going after the huge shit. I want better reasons and better setup for like the ultimate weapons the characters get. Like, have Yuffie's weapon, for example, not be a thing you find in the sunken plain, but have it be like a super secret area of Wutai that no one has ever accessed. It's like the first like chakra weapon that any of the Wutai people ever used. Like, how about something like that? I don't know. I mean, Cloud's ultimate weapon can stay. That's totally cool by me. I'd like some more optional dungeons that can bridge the gap between the Ancient Forest and Emerald and Ruby weapon. That'd be nice. Give like a sunken city of the Ancients that you can access by the submarine, for example. That'd be pretty neat. But I do think that this game holds up tremendously in its story. I think there's a lot more nuance to it than I remembered. Like Cloud's like fake memories, for example, and the way that all came together. That it wasn't that he was a liar, but more that he was genuinely like deeply confused because of everything that had happened to him, of all the things he'd been through. I think the game could have been stronger towards the end on the anti-Shinra sentiment, because make no mistake, they are the baddies like continuously, and Sephiroth is like their creation. So they're still at fault for everything that's happening. But I do think that that could all be weaved together better, because with them trying to like save the world by blowing up Meteor with the rocket, it feels like it weakens it a little bit. Like, what do they get? Like, that to me feels like a pretty selfless act for them to do that, and I don't think that ties in with how they've been presented. Also, I'd like more for Vincent and Youth to do in the remake, because, like I say, I get the feeling that they couldn't adequately like at the time anyway, for the time, they couldn't get to like properly program, like, you know, it's that same thing like Mass Effect, where you've got to consider what party members are in at what time and who gets to do what. And because there's no guarantee that Vincent or Yuffie will be in your party, they obviously couldn't give them much to do. No, I get that, Alex, but I mean, it's a bit odd, like, that we're ultimately then trying to stop them from doing that by taking away the huge materia from them, which is going to be the nuclear warhead they fire into the meteor. Like, it's not so much that they're necessarily doing the right thing, but more that it seems like we're doing the wrong one as a party, which is a bit odd. It'd be like saying your protagonists are the people trying to sabotage, I mean, you mentioned Armageddon, like trying to sabotage Bruce Willis' crew, like they're the good guys. Like, that doesn't work. That's very true though, Sorry Robot. It is absolutely true. To go back to your question, Grumpy Cloud, there is an after credits scene that I'm going to let run. That's why I'm waiting for this to pass. Although, funnily enough, if you've seen Advent Children, you've already seen this after credits scene just in HD. But yeah, this game still holds up really, really well. It's not flawless by any means, but I still think that its plot holds up pretty strongly. I think the character stuff is pretty sound. I think there's a lot more nuance than I expected, and they clearly tried. Like, they clearly tried with the limitations of the technology, like the way they posed characters, how they had to do certain gestures, despite the fact they were basically like tomato soup cans, like on twigs. Like, they really put a lot of effort into it. And for the people who don't know, I get my PS4 back next week. And that, of course, means I will be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake as of next week, because I'm going to be off for 2 weeks from work, so I've got all the time in the world to play it. Hell yeah. But anyway, I think we might be on to the post-credits scene. So, 500 years later! So okay, you don't get to see like what happens to the characters that we saw. They're all dead. By like, you know, the inevitable facts of age. Ha! Whoops. But is that the Cosmo Canyon theme you hear? So yeah, that's Red 13 with children. I don't know who he met. Like, you know, did he meet his girlfriend on Tinder? I don't know. But Hagen did hint at that. I like the fact that they have a little grey hair for him. But also remember that Hojo mentioned way back in this one that Red 13 species were exceptionally long-lived. And yeah, Midgar has been taken by nature. There is still life on the planet in the end. Human life? Who can say? But the world goes on one way or the other, and I suppose at least that's what's important. I don't know if you could hear it, but there was actually children laughing there. So again, I think that confirms that human... In fact, there we go. So Cloud and everyone's efforts were not in vain. And that's that. Ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, that's Final Fantasy VII. It's done. Sephiroth is fucking dead. I told you I'd kill him. I told you I'd fuck him up, and by God I did. I got to fuck him up in the most anime way possible as well, which is great. But I don't really have much else to add at this point, other than, again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. I will be back next week to do the next stream, which is, well, We're going to do a +1. We're going to do Final Fantasy VIII, the HD edition for Steam. I'm going to be going through that from beginning to end, like as my new streaming game of the week. I really hope you join me. But otherwise, I'm going to leave it there for the evening. I'm going to spend the rest of it getting incredibly drunk because I'm now on 2 weeks vacation, and fuck it, who cares? Otherwise, yeah, like, thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure doing this for all of you, and thank you to all of you for contributing in chat, who've just spent your time watching. I really, really appreciate it. But on that happy note, you have a great evening, a great Friday, wherever you may be, wherever time zone you may be in. You all look after yourselves, stay safe, look after each other, and I will speak to you all soon. Good night.